Good morning, Hexicans and future Hexicans. Today, we have here with us DJ Cryptomatic, Papa Bona, and you. Today is going to be a group activity class, so listen up. We're going to paint today. We're going to do an NFT and talk about the future fundamentals of HEX. So, but
That's
before we do
pushes
that,
there as well.
we're gonna say hello to the chat and gonna look at the market because everybody's probably pumped to see the price of Hex a little bit up at 4.7 cents. So let's bring that up. And
DJ
DJ Chromatic,
Cryptomatic,
what do you think about the price?
DJ Cryptomatic, before you begin, may I ask you a question?
Go ahead, please.
Habst du einen Pumpernickel?
And Pumpernickel. A tiny Pumpernickel.
Tiny Pumpernickel. Kleine Pumpernickel. Please continue.
Yeah, the question still stands. What do you think about the price? Because you're always an avid price advocate.
Yeah. Is it a scowl on the face, or is it a blowing of air quickly through the teeth, or what is it going to be?
Well, we cannot see. It's behind the logo and the stupid advertising. So, but yeah, we've been rejected at 5 cents, but we're still hanging there. Bitcoin, on the other hand, still super pumping. I don't know. The markets would be interesting to hear from Wales only, because yesterday on the legacy media, CNBC, Bloomberg, those guys, they were super pumped after these earnings report came out, and today the GDP numbers came out, and some are quick to call that the US officially in a recession right now. So today everybody is a bit it's a bit a damper on the whole thing, but stocks at least are still pumping. There he is. What's the temperature on Wall Street, sir?
Jesus, I can't escape.
Come on now.
It's a big day.
I already told you guys what was gonna happen before it happened. Why are you even asking? I don't
Already done told ya.
Yeah. Just rewind.
Did I call it, or did I call it?
With the
Asking
classics, I already told
for
ya.
show purposes.
Yeah. So what's happened is the Fed has overstepped their boundaries in an unknowing fashion, right? Because what you got to understand is that they're used to having control of the situation. When they have to start admitting that they're wrong, because it's that obvious that they have no control, that lets you know what's going on. So now we have stocks are up. Well, at least they were, but we're above 4,000 on the S&P, which is the broadest measure of stock value that's considered blue chip to a certain extent. NASDAQ, not up. It's been relatively shaky since yesterday, but the Dow has been up, if I remember correctly, and the Russell is actually up. So those are just broader sentiment of equities, right? NASDAQ is tech focused, which is growth focused, right? So that's the most forward looking segment of the equity market, right? So what does that tell you? What that tells you is that people see maybe something okay right now, but the future does not look so good. Simply put, that's how you synthesize all of those data points. Because if you look at all the sectors, and let me just pull up my little thing here. Now they're mixed, right? But earlier,
are you trying to show us something, or
no,
or
I'm
what?
not trying to show you anything.
No.
Earlier they were all green, but now they're mixed. That means people are assimilating the information. They're seeing that everything isn't rosy in all areas of the economy or even the market, right? But what do you see? What you see on a macro basis is that the dollar is still creeping higher, right? The DXY is up on the day. It was flat earlier when everything, was green, right? But now it's up. So things are rolling over. Even crude got hit, right? And crude is a strictly supply side destruction narrative, same as natural gas, which is also up overall, but it's down from its recent high, right? So it's understanding all these nuances, right? Because again, it's the currency that controls everything. This is why I mainly talk about what currencies are doing and what rates are doing, because everything else is irrelevant, because everything else is based on that. So once you figure that out and how that works, you pretty much mastered understanding the game, because that's really all you need to know. But you have to understand how these flows interact, right? Because, for example, commodities, when we're going to have a problem economically speaking, they're the first ones to take off, because the cost of living always goes up during an economically dire period. And that's what you saw in 2008. That's what you saw in 2000. Same thing you saw 2019, 2020, because that's how it goes. So then what happens? Rates start to go up. Then rates go up so far that they have to come back down. And that's the point at which we're at now, where rates have gone up so high. I mean, we were at 3.5%, all this, all that. And I mean, that's just in the risk free sector of the yield market, right? So we're talking about risk free rates of return that haven't been seen in freaking 5, 10 years, right? Depending on the maturity, whether it's 1 year. Hell, if you look at a 6-month T bill, 3-month T bill, they're still paying 3+ right now. 3+. You haven't seen that in a decade almost, right? So what the hell is going on? A whole lot. And this is why understanding where we stand monetarily is crucial. It's very crucial, because one day we could wake up and just not have the dollar to rely on. That's a real threat at this point in time. That's not a down the line scenario. That's a right now scenario. And people do not appreciate that. I mean, you ask me what the temperature is on Wall Street, some clowns don't have a clue, because they still haven't figured out the trade. So looking at Wall Street is looking down or in the rear view, because they're not on our level. We're at the next iteration of finance, and they haven't figured that's coming. They still believe their own narrative. I mean, never get high on your own supply. 10 crack commandments. That's a real thing.
Yep.
That's a very real thing, and they are high on their own supply. So all those people that have dollar-denominated assets that can't be traded in anything else, they better hope somebody that owns crypto wants that crap. Because otherwise, they're not going to be able to get any value for it.
Beautiful.
They're not, right? Because how does an economy actually operate or function? You know, that's a question that 99% of people cannot answer, because they don't have a fucking clue, because they've never thought about it. How does an economy function?
Sorry.
Well, simply put, it starts with two parties coming to an agreement of some sort to exchange some sort of value. Could be anything. Could be sand and grass. Doesn't matter. But that's literally how an economy works. That's it. It's not complicated.
You had me at grass. Can you share me some there, Whale?
No, I'm sorry, sir. You're too far.
Damn it.
Pass it.
We might not always have the dollar to rely on, but we will always have HEX, because we're staked for 15 years up in this bitch.
Just understand how it's designed. It's software. We live in a world that's now digital. And unless we blow it up, that's not going to change.
I'm going to break the mood for you all, because we are in a bearish divergence, y'all. Oh my god, everybody get ready for the drop.
Where do
Look
you
at
see
that
at?
RSI.
In Dustbomb, you have a woman. You have a very tiny woman on your shoulder, like a parrot. What is that?
That's not how it works, bro.
And we are reaching a very nice resistance, which was support several times in the past. Boink. Boink. So
did we pierce that already with a wick?
Short-term bearish, long-term
that's
$10.
Brother, let me help you out, man. That's not a bearish divergence. That bearish divergence has been invalidated.
That's
with
that long ago. Now it's bullish.
with that fourth previous candle has been invalidated. Nope.
Well, yeah, technically, well, I draw it some time ago. Technically, this is now, but we need to wait for this close, whatever it's
Now
like
it's
gonna
hidden
happen.
bullish
No.
divergence.
It got invalidated 4 days ago. That first big green candle invalidated that bearish divergence. Because
Yeah,
that
but
meant
it
the
is still bearish. It's the same setup, just a little bit higher.
Nah.
Yeah,
All right.
I done told you.
Look at the max CD.
We got up to almost 5 cents,
MACD,
or did it
sorry.
actually hit 5
The max
cents?
CD.
What is that?
Max
Look
Yeah,
at the
5
MACD.
cents is like
Blow that
the
up.
MACD. I hit the MACD. One moment.
Blow that up. You'll see the first green. No, it's not a first. Oh,
Hooray, we won!
that's looking good. I agree. I don't like the RSI either, but the because that's already a bit too high for my taste. But the MACD, I mean, that's sky's the limit. Whales, though, I compare to the 2008 recession and how that was that
Well, that was
okay,
different.
that was the banking problem, and then
Yeah,
at
that was a
first
banking situation. This is
all of the
not that.
markets crashed, though, like stocks,
Yeah,
everything
because
down.
everything was hyper financialized at the time,
Yeah.
right?
Then was
Everybody,
1.5 years of shit, and then it
yeah,
started going up again.
right.
But right now, we still have certain stocks, not all pumping. Like how it's not the same kind of a recession, is it?
No, because it's about the capital flows, right? And this is something I try to preach as often as possible because it's really the most important thing to understand. Because we've been in a recession since Q4, Q3. We've been in a recession, 2021. The data is never going to tell you the truth because the data is fake, right? So this is important to understand. You got to look at what's happening in the labor market, what's happening in the rate market, and what's happening in the cost of capital side of things. What are businesses actually doing? This is how you determine what's actually going on. You know, everything else is just lip service, just marketing.
Speak,
Go ahead.
speaking of what's happening, what was that main character's name? Please, my mind is playing tricks on me. It better not have been D-Raj.
No, I don't remember.
Ghetto boy.
Is it? Please continue.
I don't remember.
I'm looking it up right now. Because if that's where D-Raj Moore gets his name from, I'm going to go crazy.
But you know, it's important to understand how money moves because that's really, you know, the determinant of like what happens when the dollar stops being a thing. You know, that's something people really got to think about. Not much. I mean, you're not gonna have much of an option because things automatically reprice. They don't travel upward. They like teleport. I mean, I've shown these kinds of charts before. I mean, it teleports. It's just, you know, it's like a step chart. It literally is at one day and then 20 the next. Like we could wake up and Hex be at $10 for no reason. It doesn't have to be people buying.
Because
And
of the
this
dollar,
is
yeah.
this is important for people to understand. Like I've been saying it for well over a year, and I know it's not making that much of an impact. I can tell because people care about the dollar too much. And it's not relevant. It's just a unit of account. You need to understand what's going on and you need to appreciate it because it's going to affect
A
you
dying unit of account of that as well.
and your family. It's going to affect
100-year cap.
everybody. It's going to affect everybody worldwide. This is not specific to the US. Do not get it twisted. Because unless you live in Russia or something like that, you are going to be affected negatively. That's a fact. Because everything is tied to that. Because that's the way the system has been designed. Why do you think the World Economic Forum is going so hard at destroying the U.S. structure of things? It's not a coincidence. It already took Canada, Australia, New Zealand doesn't even exist. Europe long ago has been defeated to the point that people there can't even understand that that's what's happened because they just think it's normal. But when they figure out it's not this year, when they're starving and freezing in the winter, they might get their asses in gear. We'll see. But it's all these things combined that paint this big mosaic of what's actually going on. And it's important that people understand that, because you got to understand it's an assault on all fronts. Your livelihood, your financial well-being, your literal well-being. You already saw that they took away medical services from everybody. You cannot go to a hospital and expect to get any regular kinds of treatment. Your ass is going to die if you got something that can't be externally seen, basically. Like, we just went back 200 years and everybody's okay with it. I don't understand, like how that's okay, but that's where we're at. So all these things, you got all these aspects of regression hitting society, and people are ignoring it, and they're gonna it's just gonna get wiped away with it. It's gonna be like a tsunami. You're not gonna see it coming, and then whoosh, it's slowly. Then all of a sudden,
Did you say douche?
And meanwhile, while you give all that alpha, people are just like, so is the hex pump cancelled? This is what's really important. Pump or no pump.
right?
So
No, it's not canceled. Look at the chart.
I mean, people aren't even understanding what I'm saying, so it's crazy because they wouldn't even ask that. It's literally implied.
you're way up there, though, Wales. You're very technical and you're very,
Well, no.
very deep on the knowledge
Very
that the
well
average
spoken.
user just doesn't. Well spoken, yes.
So let me say, let me restate. You can wake up one day and your bank account is going to be worth 0, even though it has digits in it.
Oh, people already had that experience, even in Europe.
Yeah, but
Like,
Americans
people
don't
got
remember that,
got
apparently.
their money taken, just randomly, like 20%.
That was the other day. That was the other day. What Das Bomb is talking about was the other day.
Sunny Beach understood everything well said. Look at that.
Double exclamation mark, no less.
Yeah.
He's killing it.
It's like standing there and getting shot in the ear. You weren't expecting that, but it just happened. And it hurts like a motherfucker. That's where we're at economically. You're just about to get shot in the ear. I mean, and if you're not taking care of that, it's not like there's a one way to handle it. Everybody's situation is different. So you got to figure out what kind of trapeze trick you got to do to get through this. Because you got to have some way to store some kind of value, which is crypto. But you still got to have some cash, some fiat on hand to survive. But you also got to have some food stored, because what happens if
I got firewood.
Yeah.
I'm stacking up on firewood like crazy.
Like, it's crazy. This is a crazy point in time to be living in, and people really don't grasp. Like, hopefully none of the things that are severe happen, but they're liable to happen. So you got to be ready for it in case they do. Because we, as a society, chose to say we no longer want to control what's going on. So until that actually happens, this is the reality we live under. Not my opinion. That's the reality we live under. So, yeah.
You see,
Firewood
my
prices going up in Germany. Oh my God.
The craziest stuff. Shout out to
guys
just move to a country where it's not cold.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the charts for electricity?
Just be rich. Just buy a
in
house.
Random European countries, UK, Austria, Germany. I mean, it's 10x'd.
Yeah, somebody's making a lot of money on this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm amazed.
Well,
at
every time
how
there is a
this funny.
catastrophe, somebody is making money off of it. That's a given. Every time something bad happens.
Sure is.
So bottom line, whatever you can afford to put it away in HEX and stake it. Let it grow.
Sure.
Not financial advice.
I mean, find something that makes sense to you.
Quick.
Right?
Not financial advice, but whatever advice.
Not financial advice. Don't listen to these factards.
The financial
Don't buy
command.
HEX when it's going down.
Understand that even if
only
you
buy
put
the
it-
bottom.
Buy the
Listen,
top, sell the bottom.
even if you put it in a real asset, what happens if government gets it stabilized to the point that whatever you got on paper is irrelevant? It's something you have to take into consideration because we live at that kind of point in time where things can go that far left. Because the people that assume control via the media are willing to go that far. We've already seen it. So don't think that it can't happen. Look at all these fine cities that have been destroyed in America so far. I mean, Beverly Hills ain't shit. Beverly Hills. Never mind New York. We're talking about some of the poshest area codes and zip codes in the world. This is real life. In 2022, we were supposed to have flying cars. Instead, we got people throwing shit in the streets, breaking businesses, sitting in the middle of the street talking about protests.
This is like Back to the Future Part 2. God damn it.
Like, we all got to wake
But
up
without,
because
but without flying cars.
no flying cars. You got
No
flying
flying
cars.
Molotov cocktails. That's what you got.
Not even
Flying
hoverboard.
bricks, flying cinder blocks. That's what we got. We are the only ones that are going to change that. They're not going to change it. They have no interest in changing. And these are the kind of like this. This is a reality. This is where we're at. This is why we're seeing rates collapsing after skyrocketing to the point that they broke the economy. I mean, this is an interesting point in time. Stocks are back down, so dollars up still. Crude is crashing now, which is interesting. Nat gas is still holding strong, but
Gold is sideways, right? It's just not.
1750.
Gold's been up.
It's been
Gold
up.
and
Okay.
silver been up. Copper has been up. But commodities today are strong. They're up. So they're going against the dollar strength, which means there must be some supply restraints going on.
Now, normally, Wales, in this type of collapse, everything would plummet, but the first thing to rise again would be commodities, right?
What do you mean? After the collapse?
I mean, when everything just tanks down, the first thing to get off its ass and start going up, in our case, would be HEX. But in traditional markets, it was usually commodities that starts to show signs of life early on, right?
You mean at the end of a cycle is what you mean?
Yes.
Typically, you see it in currencies, actually.
Okay.
And what happens is that you receive the reversal of capital flows, right? Because it's just like you said, everything goes to one in terms of correlation. So what you typically see is the dollar going up, right? You see the dollar going up, even the yen in those kind of scenarios where they go up in value versus the rest of the world. And that's because it's a stressful environment, right? And people are fleeing to so-called safety. And this is typically when you see rates going down, which is what's happening right now. In fact, let me take a look at the spot effects real quick.
DJ Cryptomatic, you got mad dandruff, man.
Oh.
It's like permeating around his skull.
I know, it's like flying off your
Digital,
scalp.
digital space dandruff.
Space dandruff.
Space
Oh,
dandruff.
it's my green screen again. Damn.
So, but while things are going down, we want to bring up the mood a little bit. So I'm actually going to bring this back to the original topic of the stream, which is Pumpamentals of HEX. So while everything is down and going down, HEX
sadly enough,
seems to
all
have
this stuff is
caught a
Pumpamentals of
break.
HEX. So I'm still on track, bro. See,
Eh,
you gotta learn the
half.
material.
I want
No.
to go
This
full
is
HEX,
full.
no markets.
This is
No
full.
markets.
This is full. How is it not?
Because we're not painting yet, but we're
Bro,
gonna start
if there's
now.
no more unit of account, where are people gonna go? What are you talking about? There is no bigger Pumpamental. What's wrong with you? Come on, man.
But
Right.
okay, I give you that. We can put that up as the first point. I give you that one. So how would you compromise all what you said into like two or three words? What would be the words for you? Shit going down, or markets blowing up? How would you call that?
How do you call the end of an economic system something
this
you
a
can
19
just summarize in 2 to 3 words?
Is this like a 1990s word processor or something?
Mad Max.
I like that. End of economic
Take a note.
system.
Economic could also be capitalized, you das bomb.
Yeah, I'm
Nah.
trying to understand what's going on here.
Is this a title?
Yeah, you missed the entry. You missed the intro. That's why.
I
End
didn't
of
see his
economic
weird
system.
brush.
Yeah, you didn't see the brush. We're gonna paint today. It's a classroom activity. Everybody,
It's like
That looks like
every
a
day is a good day when you.
that looks
a
like
little
a German
Bob Ross with
German
Das Bomb.
intimacy
Yeah,
toy
yeah.
or something.
Exactly.
So,
Did you know there's a Bob Ross energy drink?
Get out of here.
Yeah, for real.
Let's put you to sleep.
I'm gonna put that in the beginning. This is gonna be our first entry point. So, for you to catch up, Wales. The title of the episode today is "Future of Pumpamentals for HEX." So, what I would like to talk everybody about, also the chat, you can participate and throw me stuff that you think is going to be Pumpamentals for HEX. We have the end of the economic system, and then what are other small things, big things from the community, from advertising, from other things that are coming up in the future that you think will pump the price of HEX.
Mainnet launch.
Yes, mainnet launch for Pulse. So Pulse mainnet. Why is this a pumpamental, Papa Bona?
Because everybody will be going stupid crazy, getting mit the copies and the low gas fees jetzt.
Sounds a bit Indian.
Everybody. But okay, but low gas fees are not the only thing. I'm thinking more the onboarding of new users. With new users, you got more buy pressure. You got more people in, more people using it. Yes, not only the existing users. Just existing users is not enough to pump the price.
But a lot of the normies I had been talking to toward the end of the last big pump said, "I'm not gonna put in $100 and only get $80 worth of tokens. That's just crazy." So the gas fees going low actually will help to be onboarding people.
Okay. When zombie apocalypse, Red Bull has what plants crave. What?
Oh yes, yes, it's from
Bison
Idiocracy. Brondo.
Okay, Richard Hart interview is one of the things. So more interviews with higher people, with more pull in. So I know, for example, the Fresh and Fit interview for Richard Hart is coming up. That's going to be a completely new user base that's going to be tapped into. This is definitely a pumpamental. And from what I understand, they have thousands or hundreds of thousands of viewers on
Hasn't
that
he
channel.
already been on Fresh and Fit?
No, it was DCC who was on there, and Charlie, but not Richard Hart himself.
Charlie the Celsius. C for Charlie, C for Celsius.
Yeah. He is trying to make it work, arrange the meeting, but it's still ongoing. And then yes, Crypto Gains Club, HEX Investment Trust. So this is gonna onboard high net worth individuals. HEX
Not really, just accredited investors.
Trust.
Not necessarily high net worth.
Accredited investors. Okay, yeah, they can be. What was the minimum? I think 10,000, right?
That's just to invest. That's not to be an accredited investor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Since you are the, how could you say that? The brainchild of that.
Right.
Do you want to put something?
No, it's the brainchild of him.
Oh, it's the other way
He's
around.
not the brainchild of it. Yeah.
But you're the subject matter expert. How about that?
Right.
Well, you're the subject matter expert. You can speak on the HEX Investment Trust of how it will pump HEX.
Yeah, well, it's just basically acting as an OA, and the whole objective of the trust is essentially to circumvent because we're going directly to people that have some type of money to invest, and they have some type of money to be able to invest in the first place because they have to meet certain financial criteria. So as these people become aware of this trust and they become aware of crypto and how it works, because we're not targeting people in crypto, we're targeting people not in crypto. So then they come and learn about crypto, and the objective is that they see the returns with the trust. Well, why go to the trust when I could just go directly to the crypto? That's the ultimate goal, because everybody isn't ready for crypto. Everybody doesn't know about crypto. Everybody that wants to deal with crypto doesn't want to go on a stupid coin ranking site because it looks like crap, and only people without money thinks it doesn't because they don't know any better and they're just trying to find money, right? So it's just two totally opposing points of view and tactics when going out and trying to make money, because when you already got it, you're not trying to just lose it. Hold on, guys, because it's freaking Wednesday over here, whatever day.
Yep. Das
Okay, I'll
Bomb.
do another point in the time. Movie.
Das
Block
Bomb.
is hot.
I think you mislabeled that. It's supposed to be Latino hole. Wales is Latino.
No, not gonna change that.
Anyway, so as we onboard people into the trust, those dollars go directly to HEX, and they go to HEX at a rate of 10 to 1. So each time a unit of the trust is made, 10 HEX are off the market. That's how that works. So yep, it is a black hole for that HEX because it's never going to be seen again, never going to be sold, can't be sold. So
Did you cop out spelling documentary? Do you need me to spell it for you there?
Yeah, Hex Doku is fine.
Doku? Okay.
Yeah. So thank you, Crypto Gains Club. What else do we have? Oh, he is on a run. Look at that. He's doing all the content for us. PulseCon.
doing all the content.
It's Pulse Testnet Con.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's hard.
Testnet.
Nature of the beast.
There we go.
Nature of the beast.
God, I hope that's not really what happens, but okay.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, guys. Okay. You get the mentory. I'll put it in like here. Mentory.
Okay, thank you. You know they have font size changes too.
Nope. Okay, wait.
I wonder when the brush comes in
The brush is there the whole time.
at this game.
The brush is for tickling.
Oh my god.
It's not even
Mentory.
a Gantt chart. What is this? A mind map?
This is a. Wait, there's a German word for this.
For was?
Okay, what else do we have? QoS. Okay, Patrick came with it as well. Yes, we already got that. MCA. But,
Yeah, MCA also is working on. So MCA does work to onboard ultra high net worth and high net worth individuals into crypto.
do I put it as an extra point, or do I just link it to the Hex Investment Trust?
Nah, it's separate. It's two separate things. Not really.
Okay.
They're not related at all. So yeah, separate.
Okay, we're gonna change MCA, but in big maybe. In big.
Rest in peace, MCA from the Beastie Boys.
Oh.
Yeah. Good man. Gone too early.
Isn't that always the case?
Okay. Ooh, that's a good one, Crypto Gains Club. Staker app 2.0. With the new features that are coming up. Steph talked about it already a few times. That's also gonna be more accessible, more features, new users, more adoption, more games, more gamification in the app.
T-shirt,
Oh,
right?
Tin Top is
Big,
slamming on your artistic chops. He says that infants make better art in their diapers.
Oh, but do infants create NFTs? I don't think so.
They probably can at this point.
Are you
Smash the like button,
going to be
splash.
spending the gas to legitimately make this into an NFT?
Maybe on Pulse. How about that?
Oh, we'll wait until Pulse launches to
Yes.
make this an NFT. Everyone, I encourage you to take a screen capture of this and enjoy it yourselves for free. Make a JPEG. You don't have to have it loosely connected to a hosted
Worst
NFT.
white paper I've ever seen. It is white.
It is white. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Enjoy the chaos. True for
Done-
disorganized
Done
chaos.
with MS Paint. the right way.
Chaotic, lawful. That's what
Chaotic
it would be.
lawful. There is no chaotic lawful.
Yes, that's what make it more chaotic. No, what is it? Chaotic good. How about chaotic good? I got more, but I want the chat. Come on, just join. Just throw everything in, crypto. Okay, what else do we have? Hadron, Ikusa, Maxi Team, work for HEX, blah blah blah. So basically, other coins in the ecosystem funneling new users in. Exposure to friendly coins. How about that?
Friendly coins.
It's a difficult one.
Exposure. Let's say exposure from other coins.
Oh, I like Crypto Gains Club's idea. Nude streamers.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna onboard more people.
Didn't RG3 cover that already?
For more.
No, he said new streamers. I read it wrong.
Eve
Oh.
Eve 2.0 is also gonna onboard more users to HEX. Ha. By not existing.
Pretty much.
Oh, new streamers. I like that one. New streamers in the community. Oh. Can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay, it's gonna stop soon.
Das ist für Elise, oder? Eine kleine Nachtmusik.
Ja.
Mozart.
Mozart.
You plebs.
Amadeus.
Pulse hotlist has some hex pumpamental potential. Yeah. So I would put that up also as other website. It's not just the Pulse hotlist, but the ecosystem is expanding. We are building in the bear market, the community as a whole, and there's
That's
just
true.
more and more websites.
Yeah.
I
Call
like
it
this.
bear market
RH twerk.
building.
RH outrage marketing.
Yeah, that's definitely bullish.
Yeah.
I consider it bullshit. Just juxtapose the last two letters. We love outrage marketing. What are you talking about? This is so good stuff.
Going to, what is this? Going to Kitco News again today. Okay, that's
Oh,
cool.
today? Really?
I actually, okay, Benny Blanco, thank you very much. That was the Twitter that he sent me. So David Lin TV tweeted, at Richard Hartwin is coming on tomorrow. Send me your questions for him in the comments below or DM me. I'll try to read as many as I can and mention your names. I'm going to make round 2 with Richard as inclusive of the crypto and hex communities as possible. Hashtag BTC. Very nice. So, but we already covered that it's like basically Richard Hart interviews, right? It's more than just one.
Actually, he also did an interview 3 days ago, which is not on his channel, but it's on the pulsetube.com. You can check it out. It was 3 days ago with 2 elderly gentlemen. It's quite good.
Furu seeing the light and finally getting it through their fucking skulls. So that's gatekeeping dropping? How could I?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't see that
Exactly.
happening. That's a tough one to see happening.
Yeah, let's call it Furu turnaround.
Yeah. Two
Full
more cycles
turnaround.
for that.
Full turnaround. Well, one guy is already turning 180, and that is Bitboy Crypto. He's been tweeting and saying some very nice and positive stuff about Richard Hart recently.
Yes, but we need that to translate to Richard Hart's products and projects. Not Bitboy having a hard on for Richard, like in a loving way, hard on, but actually speaking openly and without compensation, talking about Hex and Pulse. A little bit of Pulse X.
Sorry, just look that up. It's on the Financial Safari channel.
Yes, the two elderly gentlemen you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very positive one.
It was great.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'll be
It
right
was
back.
great. You can show that to your granduncle and say, "Hey, granduncle, would you like to see Richard Hart getting interviewed by someone of your age?" And your granduncle will say, "As long as there aren't any of those four-letter words in there, I get easily offended, you know."
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like that. There was a lot of I called the top on a day and check out my new Rolex. So we had that, but other than that, it was family friendly.
Whole lot of reasons to be buying Hex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same as before. Nothing.
He even posted the chart of the T-share rising, ever rising T-share rate today, which is what we talked about on the last one, or the two shows past. Like, what are people waiting on? It's like there's never a better day to start a stake than today, and as more as these old stakes come out over time, the quicker this will ratchet up.
I've got an interesting idea in this zeitgeist that we're putting together. Hey, what do you think of other tokens being rained down in free money airdrops, legitimate ones, on the Hexican community, for which most of the wise ones simply sell it and market by beautiful Hex?
Other communities trying to onboard us selling down their coins, and we buy Hex with it?
Happens. Yeah, I mean, when we get the free money for things like Uniswap, when that came, a whole bunch of us dumped that. When we got we 1inch, we did the same thing. That pumped the price. You know, we got lots of these little gifties that come in, you know, from outside of the community, and we transfer that wealth creation into a pumpamental for our price.
Yeah, that happened. That totally already happened and will happen in the future, yes. Because we are so active. We are usually in all the volume-related things, all the new technologies like Tornado Cash, Uniswap,
1inch,
MetaMask, and so on. 1inch, yeah, all the things.
MetaMask did not
Richard
drop
Hart
anything.
is always keeping us up to date on that. That's really good as well.
The mask token never came out, Das Bomb.
MetaMask? Okay, but okay. It was a potential, but we are heavily invested in that, so yeah. But you're right. I'm Louis. I'm counting Richard Hart work as outrage marketing, so we already got that on the board. What is it? The Pulse Tube. What is that? Wait, is that like a new YouTuber?
That?
We got that.
We got hexstreamers.com and we got thepulsetube.com. Those are the two.
I don't know that one actually, so this is new to me.
Yeah, go check it out. It's amazing. Still needs some work to it, but it's fantastic and features a lot more channels. Than
we are on there actually right now. Wow.
Yeah, we are trending on the Pulse.
We're trending. Okay, well, thank you very much, because I did not know that this existed. That's very cool.
Yes.
Okay. Do we have it somehow as a category though? Oh, so we have new streamers, Pulse this. No, we don't have that. But it's like websites, existing websites maybe, because we did talk about the Pulse hot list and so on. Building websites, bear market building. Can I count you, the pulsetube.com dude? Can I count you in bear market building websites? Are you okay with that? Reply to me and let me know.
Yes, it's fine. Go ahead. He just said it was
Low
fine. Go ahead.
liquidity. I wouldn't say low liquidity. I would say HEX getting rare. But yeah, let's put that on there. HEX getting more rare. HEX getting rare. Oh boy, I'm running out of space, even though I expanded it by 200% already. Yep, thank you, Benny Blanco. I read that and shared it with everybody already. Cool.
Yep, double the
Opening
HEX.
the gates. We covered that. Furu turnaround. Yeah, bitboy caved. Furu wake up. Bitboy came out of the Richard Hart closet.
That's funny.
Financial Safari was the channel Richard Hart did a show with. Okay, we covered that. Trying to catch up. Yeah, it's gonna be massive. The amount of use he gets, especially when the bull cycle is starting up again.
What about the shining city on the hill? If more other prominent crypto stuff like Celsius, for example, fails and breaks down, and HEX always pushes through, it's also bullish, right? To say that we've been right all along.
Saudi friends.
I'm actually gonna put that on.
Please no.
Because
No.
wait for it. I got a really good really good explanation of that one.
That's a dumpamental.
Saudi friends is actually a pumpamental, but in a different way than you laughed about it.
Educate.
Because we do not have interest. We have yield from inflation, and that is halal. So when we are onboarding all the Eastern Hemisphere into crypto, which they couldn't really onboard into before, this is gonna be massive. It's like, what is it, 2 billion, 3 billion people that are potentially in the market now. They just need to know about it. They need to be advertised to, and then they are allowed to go into it. They are not allowed to go on Celsius. They are not allowed to go on any other like interest thingy. They're not even allowed it in the legacy market. So this is a huge plus.
So can we reterm this Muslim compatible?
Muslim friendly.
Yeah, friendly.
Okay, I take that.
Saudi friends doesn't quite make it. It's not the joke that the person posted.
How did you say it? Muslim
friendly or Muslim compatible?
We can't put that either.
Friendly. Okay.
Or just put halal. Halal.
Halal. But it's halal.
No Muslim part. Take that off, and put in halal.
Okay.
And it'll mean that. Hey, there you go.
Halal.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Can you say that one more time?
Halal.
Hello.
Here we go. Saudi friends. I'm not gonna put in individual coins names because we already have exposure from other coins in the bottom left. Hex.com diamond as well. I'm gonna put that as outrage marketing. Hex diamond, NFTs, outrage marketing again. Monarch wallet, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Monarch the wallet. Yeah.
Monarch
community in
exchange?
general. I mean, they already aren't they already exposed to us because they had like some kind of collaboration or win thing you could do.
Tin Top, it's kosher.
It's kosher. Okay, I'm still coding. Still. Lots
kosher
still
for
to do.
passive
Okay,
votes.
so it's counting as building. Okay, thank you for the feedback, Polstube. Keep on building.
Keep building, yes.
Yeah, there we go. Congrats to Polstube. Salute, trying to catch up. People buying HEX.
Mm.
Go. Labia chair auction and use funds to buy HEX. No, I'm gonna keep it. It's only interest. Ah, there we go. Dorsey got a good call out for that one. And Papa Bona caught it. I like this one. Moon Slim. The Moon Slims joining the HEX ecosystem.
Great.
Ooh, HSI NFTs, that's other coins. Das Baum, you're talking about ZK rollups. I wasn't specifically, but okay. HEX was the first to make it work on Monarch. Okay.
Oh yeah, I think there was this airdrop, wasn't it? On to
Yeah,
everybody on Monarch
that's also
wallets.
what I remember. It was like
Yeah.
a giveaway, win something.
Yeah.
Mm.
100
hardware.
HEX.
Ooh, that's a good one, I see. That's a good one. I love that.
Oh, a benevolent whale that breaks the surface of the water in a huge breach action.
So just like Jack Levin.
Wait,
New England.
New Wales is actually a
Oh, wait.
city. It's not. There we go.
So New Wales coming, finding out
I
about
love how
the
this is all
Hexicans
German
system.
with the capital letters.
Yeah. The whales
German,
that
English
didn't
mind
know yet about HEX because of the gatekeeping, when they find out and they see that other whales are already in, this is like a emanating system. Like it's
called a network effect, bro.
network effect. Yes. Thank you very much.
Speaking of effect, in the last few minutes that we have together, are you going to be clicking a button and then the AI is going to paint a picture based on the zeitgeist, or what? What's the payout here? What's the payoff?
I was. I
There is
should
no
put that
payout.
into the new AI that's just painting pictures. That would be cool.
Yes.
T-share rate going up. Oh yeah, super hacks, good one. T-share rate
There you go.
going up. So that's intrinsic from the system itself.
I feel like I'm at
Share
some
rate
management
and
seminar.
people.
You can all say what
hunting
you
that
feel.
T-share.
Oh, New Wales is also an Australian state, Dorsey reminds everyone.
Boom.
New South Wales, yes.
Yeah.
NSW in the house.
Well, I wanted it to be a little bit fun and interactive for everybody, so I had like 4 or 5 ideas, but the chat all gave that to us.
The panel sucks.
Well, I mean, 2 of them came from me, so I'm good. You guys.
Oh, I love this. I love this one from Louis III. Increased payout due to EES. Plebs panic at 2 cents. That's
been
actually
happening
great.
already. Yeah.
That's deep.
has.
I like that. That's legit. That happens.
But does it wait? That pumps individual bags that are already staked, but does it pump HEX itself because they're buying back in, or what? Why do you think
Well,
that?
yeah. They once they get out, what do they gotta do? They gotta get back in. So yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I'll take that.
Be right back.
And then there's also
EES.
and people that didn't EES are going to be like, I need to defend that bit of APY that I just got. I got to hold on to it. And then they buy more, and it's a great thing.
EESs?
EESers. I think ASSers more like
The pleb class.
the pleb class.
It sounds like something out of Harry Potter. The
Mhm.
what was it? The Dessa something. I don't know. The evil guys in Harry Potter.
So what's happening now?
Yeah, what's
That's
the big
going to
payout
be-
here?
From ESS or what?
No, from your mind map.
Yeah, what's
Oh,
the
it's
big...
the road.
is
and
it?
That's
the
it.
goal. Yeah. It's just a cool overview of all the things that are happening and people
Oh
are
my
maybe not
God.
aware of.
I thought you were
Yeah,
doing something with
fact.
this now.
Me too. I thought it was gonna be like colors
Yeah.
and rainbows and
Nah,
Interesting
this is
art
the
and
NFT. This is the thing. No,
this is
the
the
thing.
NFT.
This is the
Fuck.
thing.
You do understand that this is not worth shit, right?
Man, was a fun exercise, I think.
For you.
So, ES payouts.
Not sure.
More direct on ramps. Okay,
Oh my
that's
God.
bear market building, I believe.
I thought you click on the button now and then this becomes some
Alampizame's
weird
got it right there.
monetized-
Alampizame. Yes.
Thanks for the super chat.
Oh yeah, Death Eaters. Thank you, Functional Crypto. Death Eaters and Dementors. Love the good guys. Love those guys. Yeah. Gerardo's graph outperforming Hex versus BTC versus ETH on first 1,000 days.
I think Gerardo's building a new
Confirmed.
front end as well for Hex, right? For the staking. Like
I
a
think so,
front end
but I'm not sure. I
website
think so.
on Look into Hex. It's German abstract. Right? Yeah. Documenta Kassel. Let's go.
Dollar cost attention on mudbloods.
Hey.
Dying over
Dying
there.
here for you. Yeah.
Yep.
Who is building the backends? Needs techno. Oh yes, some German techno. Yes, let's go. Do. And we got the right guy here for that.
Yeah, we do.
And with that, Patronus.
Patronus. Well,
Is that outro in Greek?
Patronus.
Yeah.
thanks everybody for participating.
Outro in Harry
I'm gonna
Potter.
post this cool NFT on my Twitter, so everybody can have a share of that.
Oh, great. Can't wait to get the shirts printed. Yes. This is
Put
great.
that on a shirt, yes. The next
Yeah.
year's shirt.
We'll print
And
it on
we see
toilet
you
paper.
next
so
week.
This
kinda
is
keep rolling.